Hey, it's Baz here back with another YouTube video, and today I want to discuss another wee topic that's been on my mind. It's just about the way they have been announcing and releasing this current gen, the next gen of consoles that's coming out. So that's the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So we've seen a very different release in the way they're doing them this year as compared to other years. So basically on other years that when it comes to, they usually announce them at E3 most cases. So E3 is in June and they announce the console, so they give you what the console looked like, they give you the pre-order date, the release date, the price, and potentially a list of games that will be coming out on launch day. So this is just a few wee thoughts. Just want to talk about the way they're doing it this year, and then I want to my own opinions and as to what I think about it. So this year has been a very weird year for the release of them, for me anyway. So Microsoft, I think it was it the end of November, beginning of December, at one of the events they showed the console and some of the specs just out of nowhere. And then over the course of the period, then they had announced they're going to do certain events, and they had done wee talks, releasing information, but it was all sort of this incremental wee bits of information as time's gone on, and so they had their showcase events, the 2020 showcase events, and then they done one for it, and then or two for it, was it, and around that similar naming. And then they done a couple of maybe just more like wee posts and things, and then they got a YouTuber to the breakdown of the console, what it was like, and playing a couple of games. That was, what do you call your fella? His name's out of my head now, just put myself on the spot. But they got that guy to break it down and show it and play some of the games, and it's just been this incremental bits of information. So that started last December, and we're now, and so that was November, December of 2019, and we're now on September of 2020, and we still haven't got the key things that we need to know. Fair enough, we know some of the launch games, we don't know all the launch games. We don't even know the price at this stage. We don't know the pre-order date, and we don't know the launch date as well, release date. So that's just a wee bit of information about the Xbox, the way they've been doing it. And the PlayStation side, they had nothing right up until, was it April? May? I think it was maybe April time. Can't remember. I need to maybe have a look at that and maybe put this in the description below. So they had done, Mark Cerny had done an event, and it was just it was more talking about the specs. It didn't go into it wasn't like a presentation. Well, it was a presentation, but not the traditional way they do them. But it was just more they were talking to people like developers and things rather than talking to consumers who was buying the product. But they were going over the specs and all. They went over certain things, but they didn't even show the console at that stage. So Microsoft in their case had showed the console, some of the specs, but Mark Cerny had just spent a long presentation talking to developers about the console, but not showing the console. But it was more talking about it, but actually not talking about the nitty-gritty specs and things like that. And then they had done they had done a games event for the PlayStation 5, and then they had done a PlayStation 4 games event for current gen, and with a mixture, maybe one or two like Ratchet and Clank introduced in that as well. But everything's sort of spaced out and not what it normally is. And right, so what everyone's spaced out this year and last year, between depending on what console you're talking about. So it's all very tidbits of information. They're just been slowly released, and now we're in September. Consoles are potentially 2 to 3 months away from being released at this point, and we still haven't got any more information. Personally, my opinion on this is that bring back E3 and bring back the events that just release this. It gives us all information, and I don't know, I'm just reading a lot about it and like watching other people them talking about it, and they're like, you know, just give us this information, you know, just tell us the price. So tell us the price, tell us when we can pre-order it, and tell us when the release date is, and announce as many of the launch games as you can. Now obviously that last one to me is not as important, but them first three are key at this stage, and I don't understand why they're not doing it and why it's left so long. I love watching E3 events, and you know, or it doesn't even have to be E3. Throw on 1 to 2 hour event, showcase games, show us the console, show us the, you know, tell us the price, the pre-order date, and when it's coming out, when it's been released. Do you know what I mean? I miss them days, and I wish they would come back to that, and hopefully next year that's the way it'll be, because I think people, you know, because of getting all these wee bits of information, it's dragging on. It feels like it's going on forever, and people just wants to know. Like people maybe has a budget in mind, or they, you know, they want to know what these things are going to cost and when they're coming out, so they can see, you know what I mean, oh, can I afford, I'm not saying, I'm only saying, for example, you know, people might say, can I want to, you know, could I afford the console, or could I afford the 2 consoles, you know, if I'm buying a couple of games from each, or what accessories. So they need time, and, you know, to know. I know there's a lot of different markets out there at the minute, and they're, like, say if you buy a mobile phone, like they're announced 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks at the most before they're coming out. But console generations, it's different. That's just the way it's always been, and people are used to and expect that, you know. So I personally think to just get the prices out there, get the information out, you know, pre-order dates, release dates, just get it out as soon as, give people enough time that they can, you know, think about it and what they decide to do, you know, and bring back the old ways, bring back one event, show it all, and be done with it, you know what I mean. Then we haven't even got to the point, for me it was when they gave you all that information, then you had that period of time, say from E3 to when they launched, that you know, you can think and get excited about it, you know what's coming, what price it is, and you know, think about the games, and you know what you're going to get, or what you're going to get 2 consoles and all this year. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of this current release one, the way they're doing it in the last, you know, this like nearly like a year's period. No, not for me. I want the old way back, and you know, whether you agree with me or not, like, but I think most people are in that boat at the minute. And look, this is my thoughts and opinions on it, you know what I mean. If you want to have your thoughts and maybe debate on it as well, if we comment in the description below, or you know, the comment box below, and you know, hope you like this video, and you know what I mean, if you like it, hit a wee like button, you know, hit the subscribe button to be you know, to for all videos coming out. If you want to be notified when the videos come out, hit that notification button. But yeah, that's my thoughts, and you know, I'll see you in the next video. See you, bye.